My dear friends, I hope this finds you well. Just behind me is a section of our library which I think communicates a beautiful idea. Just below is a bunch of cookbooks. It's a small section of the many cookbooks that we have, and just above it is a collection of specific Sfarim, mainly Hasidic texts, which I'll talk about in a moment. And I think that this communicates a beautiful idea because if you think about the cookbooks, they're nice to look at, and there's, amazing cookbooks that are coming out today, every different, shape and flavor, and people are doing amazing things, and they have beautiful ideas, and people like studying the ideas in the cookbook. But obviously, at the end of the day, the purpose of the cookbook is to make something, right? It's to take this idea, this recipe, and to bring it into the world. And I think that that's Torah as well. Torah is not just an idea, this beautiful idea. The Torah is, my dog has come in here, I see, looks like he's here. Torah is beautiful ideas, but they're also meant to be brought into the world, to be brought down into reality. In our Parsha, we of course have the tragic story of the spies. Now, the spies brought back a negative report about the land of Israel. According to one interpretation, their intent was actually righteous. When they were in the desert, they were traveling in the desert, they were surrounded by holiness, right? They had the man every day, which I spoke about last week. They had, the divine presence, the protection, the holy clouds, right? They were sitting and learning Torah all day. And they said, let's stay here. We don't need to go into the land of Israel. Let's stay here. But of course, God says, right, the whole purpose of the Torah is the Torah is not about these ideas, being these elevated, lofty ideas that have a disconnect from reality. Rather, no, the purpose of the Torah is to bring it into the world, is to live your life according to those values. Even and being in the world sometimes is a dangerous thing. Going into the land of Israel, you've got to work. You've got to conquer the land. You've got to build society. You've got to do all those things. And there's a danger to that, obviously, when spirituality can be impacted by it. But that's the purpose of the Torah. And so we need to take the ideas of the Torah and bring them down into this world, elevate the physical world. I mentioned the Hasidic Sepharim behind me. I think what Chassidut specifically does as the realm of ideas is it's about taking these concepts that are in the Torah and say, okay, how can I live my life according to them in a powerful way? How can me, little old me, how can I experience Hashem in this world? And I think that that's something that we need to be thinking about deeply, and I've been talking about a lot. Very often within modern Orthodoxy and within, kind of modern Judaism, we love thinking about the ideas of Judaism. We talk about them, and we, even if we're learning Torah, but what about experiencing Hashem? What about experiencing the divine, having experiential, profound encounters with the divine? That's something that Chassidut is trying to bring us towards, and I think that that's something that we need to be working on. The Torah is not just these intellectual ideas. They are meant to be brought down into this world. We're meant to kind of, just like we make a recipe, we cook something. We take the ideas, we take the ingredients, and we build something with it. So too, the Torah is this recipe, this holy recipe. These ingredients, all these ingredients that we have to bring together and make something with it in the world. And I think that's why one of the mitzvot after the story of the spies is, of course, the challah. Challah, when you bake challah, you have to take part of it and you have to give it to the Kohen. You have to give it to Hashem. You have to take, it's about, Hashem says, when you go into the land of Israel, you're going to go in. When you go in, bake stuff, make something, work the land, have human endeavor, human initiative, make something beautiful and give it back to Hashem. It's about taking these lofty ideals and bringing them down into this world, but also it's about experiencing Hashem in this world, through this world. And that's our challenge, and of course that is my bracha to each and every one of us. Let's learn Torah, Let's expose ourselves to the beautiful ideas, but let's not let them stay in the world of ideas. Let's bake something with them. Let's make something with them. Let's bring them down into this world. Shabbat shalom.